What if tariffs weren't just taxes but tools to reshape the world? From Trump's explosive 2018 tariff war to the secretive Mirran Report, guiding his second-term strategy, this is the behind-the-scenes playbook of modern American trade power. It's bold, it's strategic, and it might just change everything we know about global economics. The more you know, the wilder it gets. Let's dive into the next story. Part 1. Trump's Tariff Bomb. In 2016, a flashy businessman with golden hair walks into the White House. You already know the name. Donald J. Trump. America's done being ripped off. It's time for fair trade. China, you ready? Trump saw America's trade deficit, especially with China, as a national embarrassment. So what did he bring to the fight? One word: tariffs. And lots of them. What he called a tariff bomb. Step 1: if it's made in China, it's getting taxed. In 2018, Trump pulls out Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act, a law that lets the U.S. slap restrictions on imports if they're a threat to national security. The result? About $360 billion worth of Chinese goods were hit with 10 to 25% tariffs. Steel? 25%. Aluminum? 10%. And not just China, this applied globally. Who got caught in the blast radius? Canada, Mexico, the EU, South Korea. Basically, allies included. The whole world. At that point, yeah, it felt like America versus planet Earth. Did the tariff war actually work? Let's break it down. 1. Government revenue went up. From 2018 to 2019, the U.S. collected over $70 billion in tariffs. Trump boasted, "Finally, we're making money." 2. Some industries bounced back. Steel and electronics saw small recoveries. Over $10 billion in new steel plant investments. 3. It gave Trump leverage. It led to the Phase 1 trade deal with China in 2020. China agreed to buy more American farm products. 4. Inflation pressure was softened. A strong U.S. dollar helped ease the impact of rising import prices. But tariffs always cut both ways. 1. Farmers took a hit. China fired back with retaliatory tariffs on U.S. soybeans. American farmers? Furious. Who's gonna buy our crops now? 2. Prices rose for consumers. Electronics, clothes, household goods all got more expensive. 3. Manufacturers were squeezed. Car makers, builders, equipment makers faced higher costs. Some cut jobs to stay afloat. 4. What about GDP? The Federal Reserve said tariffs had little to no positive impact, and maybe even a negative one. 5. Allies were angry. Canada and the EU hit back with retaliatory tariffs worth $20 to $30 billion. Exemptions, quotas, and deal-making. But it wasn't a one-size-fits-all policy. South Korea got a steel tariff exemption in exchange for a quota 2.68 million tons. Canada and Mexico first exempt, then hit, then exempt again. The EU? No mercy, full tariffs applied. Trump used tariffs like a negotiation whip. Make a deal, and I'll cut you a break. Say no? Here comes more tariffs. What did the WTO say? In 2022, the World Trade Organization ruled, these tariffs violate global trade rules. In other words, Trump's tariffs were officially illegal under international law. Part 1 wrap up. Trump's tariff war wasn't just about economics. It was about politics, national pride, negotiation, and even emotion. Some said it worked. Others said it backfired. But one thing is clear. Trump was the first U.S. president to use tariffs as a full-blown weapon. And now we're left asking, did tariffs really deliver America first? And what did they leave behind? Part 2, the Mirran Report and Trump's second-term economic plan. In 2024, right before the U.S. presidential election, a quiet but heavy-hitting document makes its debut. The title? A User's Guide to Restructuring the Global Trading System. Subtitle? Let's Build a U.S. Centered Trade Order Again. And the author? Meet Stephen Mirran, the strategist behind the curtain. Ph.D. from Harvard. Former Treasury advisor. Senior fellow at the Manhattan Institute. And most importantly, he's rumored to be the chief architect of Trump's second-term economic team. That report? It's not just a think piece. It's the economic blueprint laid out before the election even happens. 1. Tariffs? They're America's secret weapon. Right from page 1, Mirran gets bold. Remember when Trump raised tariffs in 2018? Guess what? The sky didn't fall. We collected more revenue and protected U.S. industry. Here's the core of his argument. Tariffs on Chinese imports went up by 17.9 percentage points. With no major harm to the U.S. economy. The U.S. pulled in over $70 billion in tariff revenue. The strong dollar helped offset price hikes on imports. And Mirran isn't stopping there. He proposes a new playbook. Strategic tariff management. Raise tariffs 2% per month, gradually. To create fear of constant increases. Use forward guidance. Announce tariff schedules in advance for market predictability. Design customized tariffs. Tailored by country and product like sniper fire, not shotguns. His motto? Tariffs aren't blunt force weapons, they're precision tools. 2. The global trade order? Time for a redesign. Mirran says America has long shouldered global consumption and kept the dollar as the world's reserve currency. So his question is, why are we the only ones paying the price? He makes the case. America deserves to ask others to share the burden. Providing the dollar as a global benefit? Time to start charging for it. Tie trade to national defense. If we're protecting you, you better open your markets. Example? Linked border security with trade deals. Like telling Canada or Mexico, you want US help? Buy more of our stuff. 3. A strong dollar? That's a feature, not a bug. Yes, tariffs tend to boost the dollar. But Mirran says that's good. Use it. His proposals? Slash corporate taxes to attract investment. Promise the lowest global tax rate. A statement Trump is expected to make at the 2025 WEF. Leverage America's huge consumer base and capital markets. We've got the customers and the credit cards. In short, Mirran believes the U.S. can survive, even thrive in a trade war. 4. What if other countries hit back? So what if foreign governments retaliate? Mirran shrugs it off. America is the world's biggest customer. We've got less to lose. If it's a game of chicken, we win. His 3-part strategy. Use diplomacy to minimize blowback. But stay ready to fire back if needed. Maintain a global image as a country you don't mess with. His approach? Scare them, negotiate hard, and master the game. 5. Why this report actually matters. This isn't just a report sitting on a think tank website. It's being treated as the draft blueprint for Trump's second term. In January 2025, Mirran was named official economic advisor to Trump. The report? Now the backbone of tariff policy, trade strategy, and tax reform. What does that mean for the world? China better brace for another round. South Korea time to rethink export strategies. Especially semiconductors and autos. Global supply chains pressure building to shift back toward U.S. dominance. Wrap up. The Mirran Report isn't just theory. It's a playbook, a step-by-step plan to rebuild the global trade system. With America at the center. This time, it's not about persuading with tariffs. It's about rebuilding the entire game with tariffs as the foundation. And the next big question? In a world reshaped by U.S. tariffs, who's going to survive the new game?